listening it due to my fault or something, the combination clicking is some problem is there. So just let me know so that I can correct it. Now, is it visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible. You are
Yes, sir.
visible.
It is very great problem in this. What is happening? Now it is visible, na? Hello?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is visible. Now all are ready?
Yes, sir, we are ready.
So I have to discuss about Python. Do you have any idea on Python or any other language?
No, sir, we don't have. At least I don't have idea about the Python.
Or any other programming language?
Not yet, sir.
That's problem. Now, nowadays, one of the most popular programming languages is Python. Reason is multifold. And one of the, as far as I am concerned, my feeling is that Python is very helpful to develop a code time efficient, and it is readable. And secondly, thirdly, it is small code. You can write a very small code to represent your problem. Whereas compared to Java and C, you have to write a lot of code to get the work done. Whereas in Python, it is there. Second thing, it is very much helpful for statistics, image processing, and machine learning. So nowadays, the time for machine learning. So if you want to implement machine learning in your research or your activity, it is very helpful. That's why nowadays, not only students or research scholars and developers are also developing using this code, this programming language. And even those who are usually familiar with Java or C++, they are switching into Python to frame their logic, to design their prototype. Then they may use Java and C++. In Java and C++, the plus point is that you can develop the executable code. And Java and C++, actually, this is entire technology, whereas Python is a language. So while implementing your, say you want to design something for commercial purpose, or you want to patent something, or you want to do something for copyright, then you have to design something on C and Java plus Java, because the question of selling, you have to sell it. But Python is versatile, easy to learn, and it takes less time to develop a code. So if some idea is there in your mind, then you can use Python to formulate that Python into a code or a working solution. You can design it. Then you can switch to a particular language. Here, since many of you, I think, have very little idea on programming, that's why I'll discuss something on introduction, then how to run a Python code. So just from the net, you can download Python code. That is, I think at present version is 3.11, and you can install it. One thing you have to keep it in mind, say you are having a book, then you have to download that particular version of Python, because Python execution is very much version dependent. So you have to keep it in mind which version you are downloading and which version books or internet resource you are using it for. Okay. Now, introduction. First thing, introduction. I think it is visible, na? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So just go to
Yes,
the
sir.
slide that here I have written Python. You may have some question that why this Python is there. then it should have incorporated into this course. First thing is the object-oriented language. Nowadays, while designing a problem or solving a problem, we generally use Java, Python, and C++ because all of these are object-oriented language. Object-oriented, those who have an idea on object, that's okay. But if you have no idea on object-oriented means, object means we think when we get a problem in our hand in terms of objects, say bank problem. So we think the bank problem is in terms of fixed deposit, then term deposit, then recurring deposit, and so on. So all these are one objects, and we try to solve one object at a time. Then interpreter language. It is an interpreter language, means it executes the program line by line. Okay. It has some plus point, it has some negative point. That will come, I will come on later stage. And it types dynamic type. You know what is dynamic type? Those who have idea in Fortran, COBOL, C, on all this language, Java, dynamic means it takes the type of a variable, say one is integer or floating point or string, at the time of execution, not before, while writing the code. Java is a static data type. Java is not dynamic. C++ is a static data type, not dynamic. Python, PHP, or Perl, these are dynamic type. That means while executing the code, it decides the type of the data. Okay. And one example, say in first line I have written I is equal to 5, then you will consider it as the integer. Next line I have written I is equal to 3.2, then it will consider it as a floating point. Next line I have written I is equal to Vishwa Bharati within quote, then it will consider it as a string. In third line I have written I is equal to true or false, it will consider it as a dynamic. So while executing, it decides the type of the data depending upon the variable which has been assigned into it. Okay.
Sir, sorry. আপনি কি ফার্স্ট স্লাইডটাই দেখাচ্ছেন না কত নম্বরের স্লাইড আছে?
এই রে
দেখুন তো,
মানে আমি হোয়াট ইজ পাইথন আমি দেখাচ্ছি।
আচ্ছা, আমরা কিন্তু আপনার পাইথন এন্ড ইন্ট্রোডাকশনেই আছি।
না, আমি যে স্লাইড চেঞ্জ করেছি।
ও না, এখানে মুভ হচ্ছে না, সেই জন্য আমি জিজ্ঞেস করলাম।
মাই গড,
একবার এটাকে ক্লোজ করে আবার প্রেজেন্টেশন স্টার্ট করে দিন, হয়ে যাবে।
এটা ভালো কাজ করেছে না। Is it visible now, agenda?
Yes, sir.
Now is it visible? What is Python?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then just let me know. Otherwise, it is common problem in that Google meeting. Okay. Now, first I mentioned object-oriented language. Object-oriented language means Python is an object-oriented language. Means it considers all the problems in terms of objects. Say, for example, bank. I want to solve a banking problem. Then there the objects are fixed deposit, then recurring deposit, then term deposit, and so on. Like Python, Java, and C++ are also object-oriented programming language. Whereas Fortran, COBOL, these are not. Pascal, these are not object-oriented languages. Then comes interpreter language. It is an interpreter-based language. That means it works line by line. Whereas Java, C++ consider the whole program at one time. It compiles it, and then it starts executing. So that means it gets hold the code and converts it to executable mode, then it starts writing. Whereas in Python, instead of that, it reads first line, it executes it. Second line, it executes it, and so on. If there is any problem in the fifth line, it will not do anything unless otherwise you execute that particular fifth line. Then comes dynamic data type. Dynamic data means it decides the type of data depending upon the variable on the right of equal to sign. Okay. Say I is equal to 5, it considers the integer. Then the next line written I is equal to 7.2, it considers floating point. In third line I have written I is equal to within code Bishor, it will consider it as string. That means depending upon the right side of the equal to sign, it decides the type of the variable. Whereas Java and C++ and other languages decide the type before execution. Okay, that's why these languages are static data type, whereas Python is dynamic data type. It is independent of platform. That means we can execute Python in Windows, in Mac, in Unix, in Linux, in other platforms also. As I mentioned earlier, that Python is very good to develop the code. That means, say in a computer science or a statistic faculty wants to teach the statistics with programming, then Python, R are very good because R language is Python. Because what the problem that is mean of a number, you can write the code in only 2 lines. Whereas if you use that C or Java, you have to write a 10-line code. Okay, so it is focused on development time. Any problem, not that statistic, any problem, with Python, we can design the code, develop the code in less time and less space. Language is very simple, not like tough like Java or C++. And high-level internal object and data types, all you can see that in Java and C++, few data types are available. In Python, everything is data type, even date, time, then you can say Excel sheet is also a data type. If memory management is automatic, it is not our automatically will manage the space. It is not possible in C++ and Java. While writing the code, you have to mention the requirement of the memory. Otherwise, it will say out of memory, less memory, and so on. Now comes the second line. I've written interpreter language. Now Python, is it visible now? Now, hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, which
What is
slide
Python is
you
going
are
on?
right now?
Huh?
Yeah.
What is Python?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Now this is second line is, so Python, while using Python, we can use with Python web development concept, we can do it. We can write scientific program. We can write machine learning code and so on. Okay. But one drawback is there because of this interpreter based language, you cannot write code for mobile. Okay. We cannot write a code for mobile program. Because since it is interpreter language, that's why what will happen? If some error is there, some problem is there, or some discrepancy is there, it can't detect that discrepancy until it reaches that line. Okay. You can't compile it beforehand to get all the error removed and then load it in the mobile. So this though is a very good language, all students should learn it because it is versatile. You can use it in science, you can use it in statistics, you can use it in image processing, you can in machine learning, everything. But you should not use this programming language for mobile. So Android mobile is there, you want to write a code. It is not advisable to use Python. It is slow and interpreter-based language. This guy that Govido and Rosam developed in 1989. Okay. And now the current version, different versions are there. Now that version number is 3.11. Okay. Every month they are developing, they are modifying it. So different versions are there. So while downloading or using it in laptop or computer from the python.org, you have to keep it in mind that which version you are downloading, because development software is very much dependent on version. So you have purchased a book or you have downloaded some course material from the net, then first note down the version of that. Then accordingly you download it and practice it. Okay. Otherwise you may face some discrepancy problem. Now, I want to discuss something on language properties. So as mentioned that it is object-oriented language. That's why everything is object. That means integer is an object, floating point is an object, date and time is an object, everything is an object. Object means, you can say, for each object, say integer is an object. That means we have to define its addition, multiplication, inversion, everything. So all these are properties of that integer. Then for floating point, all these are properties. So for each and everything, you have to define the object properties, and each and everything is available in Python. Module, class, and functions. These three properties are very important for Python, because say those who are interested in research work with Python, they must think first this, how to design modules, class, and function. Because at the end of your research, or you should have a set of modules, class, and functions, so that you can efficiently use your or reuse your codes in different locations. And you can publish all these modules as a byproduct of your research. Then exception handling means, if you want to design some commercial software, then exception handling is very much important, because due to some reason this may happen that, okay, some say divided by 0 is there. You are calculating some mathematical formula and there is some value as a denominator. So it should, before dividing, it should flag this error. Okay. Say you are calculating negative number of a square root of a negative number, then it should identify it beforehand. So that exception handling is there. That I have mentioned dynamic typing, and polymorphism is a very important property. Polymorphism means same function, different output. For example, say I have written a function, you have written a function for mean calculation. So this mean may be simple mean or weighted mean, average. Okay. The same function, MEAN is the function name, but when it will find there's only one argument is there, it will calculate in a simple average. When it will find that mean X, W, then it will calculate weighted average. So same function, but different activity. Okay. So different example I can give, that is say interest calculation of bank. When only principal is given and rate of interest given, it will calculate interest per year. But when principal, rate of interest, and year is given, it will calculate interest for this much years. The same function, interest, but it is working differently for different number of arguments. So that is known as polymorphism. Same name, but different activity, depending upon its arguments and its characteristics. Static scoping, I'm skipping this one. Operator overloading means, operator overloading is a very interesting property. Say 5 plus 6, 11. So plus is here, integer addition. But if I say matrix A plus matrix B, then this plus is not arithmetic addition. This plus is metric addition. The same operator, different activity. Or if I say Vishwavarati plus university, so it is concatenation of two strings. Vishwavarati plus, so it will display Vishwavarati University. Okay. In this case, plus is concatenation of two strings. So this is known as operator overloading. Okay. So that means I'm using the same operator for different purpose. Whereas polymorphism is same function but different activity. Here, same operator, different activity. One important and very important characteristic of Python is that it has no bracket, block symbol. In C and Java, you have to write curly bracket to mark a block. Say I am writing a for loop or function, I have to write a bracket, then so is it visible? No, okay. Say indentation is that say I am writing for I in range of 5 colon then in C I have to write block and this block end block. Okay, but in Python there is no block sign. You have to use indent to mark a block. Say for example, say I have written here I have written if then again a block, then another block, then here another block of this for. Is it visible? Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
It is visible.
Okay. So this type of structure is not there in Python. Instead of that, what it then I have to write here. Here I have to write give a cursor. Then here I have to write if, then if block, if end, then for block end, then here I have to write print and all these things. So this is the first one is the block. So indentation for then 3 space then if, that is the if for block, and print at the end I have written that is out of the for loop. So if I want to show you one thing, just wait a bit and to show you. Is it visible? Oh no.
Yes, sir. It is visible now.
Which one is visible? Language property.
Language property. Now it is again invisible.
Huh? Now see, I've got the place. Okay. Now, oh, still it is not visible.
Yeah, it is coming now. It is
What has
already
come?
visible.
A program has come up.
Program.
Acha, that's so. Just see def count vowel. I've written a function for to count the vowel from a string e, I, O, U. This is the list of vowel. S is the string. From S, I want to count how many vowels are there. But what I want to show you that you see for loop is there. For is there. Then if is after a indentation. If is there. Then after if again indentation J is equal to J plus 1 is there. So this J plus J1 is in the block of if, and if is in the block of for, and that return J is out of for. Have you got the point? Just one trying to see that indentation indicates block in a Python program. So in this for block, if is within the for block, and J plus J is within the if block. So enter J plus 1 is again within the for block. So this indentation is a common mistake of students while writing the code. If you miss a mistake on the indentation, it will give error or give wrong results. So just here you just keep it in mind. Indentation is used to mark the block structure, and while writing code, always you have to keep it in mind that whether I've written the proper indentation or not. But each and every mistake of the indentation will face that, okay, this is giving the wrong result. Okay. So for example, here in this if I write return J here, just below I, then what will happen? It will return J plus 1, J plus 2, J plus 3 every time from the code, instead of returning the number of vowel from the code. I mean, now I'm stop doing it. Again, I'm going back to Python. That slide, PowerPoint slide. Just say yes when this one is visible. Now, is it visible? Python?
Yes, it is visible.
PowerPoint slide visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Challenge. Now, high level data type. In Python, another very interesting characteristic there, variables may be mutable or immutable. Mutable means you can change that variable after defining it, and immutable means you can't change it. Immutable data string is immutable data type. Here I have shown you that see, S is Python, right? Now, if you write S0 is equal to, instead of P, you want to write U, you can't write it. It will give error. S is immutable, so you can't modify this S is Python spelling. Okay. So this immutable, tuple and strings are immutable, and string, float, list, all these are mutable. So this is one very, very interesting characteristic of this language. It has dictionary, one dictionary, like our dictionary, common dictionary. It can store information with respect to a keyword. And so all of this I have mentioned. I'm skipping this one. Those who are, again, those are in a research activity, they should keep it in. Main important feature of Python is that reduce development time. Okay, this is very important. You should not use C or Java plus Java to develop your statistics or research code. It just you'll find that it is taking too long time. Reduce code length is very much important for teacher, faculty. See, you want to teach something on the class, and in the blackboard you want to write some code. If you use C or Java, the entire blackboard is necessary to write that code. Whereas in Python or R programming language, you can write that code in 2 to 3 lines. That means as far as class time is concerned, class writing space is concerned, you can explain your subject very, very interestingly and meaningfully to the student using Python and R programming language. And if for statistics, it is like anything. For R, you can with R language, you can write any code within 2 to 3 lines. Okay. So now second point. So it is very interesting. So now I already mentioned where to use Python. Those who are research scholar and involved in research. So system management, graphical user interface. So you can design a very interesting graphical user interface for the for your research paper. Internet programming, nowadays each and everything requires internet programming. Database programming is very, so say in your research activity, the very big database is there. It may be in terms of MS Excel file or Postgres or MySQL. You can write Python code to handle it very efficiently. Text data processing. Text data is very much important for machine learning. Very much important for machine learning because not all informations are available in numerical form. Different forms are there, the data is there in text form. So text data processing, Python is very, very efficient text data processing. Distributing processing is necessary. So if your job is very big, then you can distribute your process among several computers. Numerical as well, it is there. Graphics, as I mentioned, but you cannot write mobile programming using Python. You should not write. You can't write, no. You should not write a mobile program using Python. Say you are having Android mobile, you want to develop a code. You should not use Python. For that, Java is the best. Perl is another language. Since you have no idea on Perl, Perl is maximum. It is the Unix-like language, C-like language, and we use this Perl for system programming. But bioinformatics students are very much there is a concept of BioPerl. Those who are bioinformatics student or microbiology student, for them Perl is very important. Same Java, I mentioned Java several times, so I'm not entering into it. Now I'm entering in programming. Okay. First is immutable. Immutable means you can't change. See, I have this is the prompt of Python. So here idle Python. So tuple1 is the variable name equal to within the first parenthesis 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is the variable, and this first bracket indicates is the tuple. So tuple will get the value 0, 1, 2, 3. Now after assigning the value, I want to change 0 by 4. So we can't write tuple 0 is equal to 4. It will say error. Okay. That means it is immutable. You can't modify any on 0, 1, 2, 3 is any problem. This is true for string also. Next, welcome to Greek word gigs for gigs. So here I want to change 0, that is W with P. We can't change it. So this two example, it is clear that tuple and message. So those who are new in Python, so in Python, tuple is a data type, set is a data type, list is a data type, dictionary is a data type. integer is a data type, float is a data type, set is a data type, and say that set, then tuple is a data type. Okay. List, we write list with square bracket, tuple with first bracket, set with curly bracket, dictionary with curly bracket. Okay. So from that closing and starting symbol, we can identify whether it is a tuple or set or list or dictionary. So here, as I mentioned, immutable. That means tuple and message and strings are immutable. Next comes mutable. That here see red, blue, green, and with square bracket. So color is red, blue, green. This is a set. This set is known as list. Is known as list because it is in the square bracket. So if I want to change that first color, that is red, with white, I can do it. So I've written color 0 is equal to white. So it is showing white. First it was there red, blue, and green, but I modified it to white, blue, and. So one thing, one point important, very point important. Python index starts from 0. Python index start from 0. So that means color first index is 0 is red, 1 is blue, and 2 is green. Length 3, but starts from 0, 0, 1, 2. Okay, it's very important and one should keep it in mind while calculating and the understanding the code. So color 0 means white. So if I want to write, I will write this one with color. So 0, 1, 2. So white. No? So I've written 0 is equal to white. So it has modified to white. Now see, I've told you that isn't it? List is mutable, tuple is immutable. But here see, I've designed one tuple TUP. First element is a list and second element is a string. Okay. So second element, that is top 1, is immutable since it is tuple as well as it is string. But top 0 is mutable because it is a list. If I take type 0 and modify it 4 to 7, I can do it. So though it is tuple and tuple cannot be modified, but it is designed in such a way that we can modify the first element of the tuple. Okay. Now running. This is not just I am giving you idea how to run Python interactively. Python has several versions, several flavor, and it has each of his this Python flavor has its own plus point, negative point that one can use it. Say idle. I use ideally this one idle very much to teach students, and Jupyter Notebook. These two are very popular to learn Python. But Unix, there is the different platform is there. But in each and everywhere, in the prompt, you can write Python to execute it. For example, just I want to show you instead of discussing all these things, I want to show you. Is it visible now? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the ID. We say this ID, Integrated Development Environment of ideally shell. So this this 3 greater than symbol is that this is the prompt. Okay. Here you can write Python code to execute it, or you can design a new code to run in the Python. See, here I want to write here this prompt. I can write 5 plus 6 equal display 11. Okay. I can write say import math. Then I can write print cos of 50. Sorry. Math the cos of 50 is so if I want to write print, I have to write it in 3.14 divided by 180 into 90. Print math 3.14 into 30 divided by 180. This is the result of cos 30 degree. I converted it to pi radian, and this is the result. Okay. So you can use this prompt as a calculator also. You can write your code. Say, for example, I can write S is equal to India. Then I can write print length of S. Length is 5. Okay. So in this way, I can execute a code from the prompt of IDL. Okay. Another version is there. Another form is there. So this screen, is it visible now, Jupyter? Hello.
Yes, sir.
This is known as Jupyter Notebook. This is known as Jupyter Notebook. In research community, this is very much Jupyter Notebook and Jupyter Lab. Both are very much popular in research community, research scholar community. So this Jupyter notebook, here it is a browser type screen. Here you can write interactively your code. So for example, here I can write 5 plus 6. So it will show just after the you try to execute, it will show 11. Okay. Here you can read a file, read Excel sheet, say all data are in there in Excel sheet. Okay. Load all the data and execute in the sheet. So it will be visible, and interestingly, you will see everything is visible and interactively you can modify the whole values and modify the graphs also. I can show you another. I think it is visible now, na? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So here I see, I have seen, I've drawn a graph, frequency curve. Okay.
Yes.
In Jupyter notebook. Here, this is a pie chart. It's a few line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-line code, and we have got a pie chart. Okay. I think it's visible now. This is running.
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Visible now. The bar graph. Okay. Bar graph. This one is vertical. This one is horizontal bar graph. You can do on many things over it. It is the regression analysis plot. This one is heat map. Okay. So very interesting. Say for this graph, you have to write only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-line code. Okay. So I think you have got the idea that how to run Python, and interactively you can do it. You can modify, you can mark all the labels, you can input, listen, everything in a graph. I think it is very much for scholar. I think you can feel that what is the importance of it. This is a heat map. So now I want to move to, again I am moving to my slide. Now comes Python programming. Okay. So I think it is visible now. A number, I have written number. Hello.
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Visible, na? So that the usual notification and operator, see, 12 is integer, 3.14 is floating point, 0x, fx is hexadecimal value, and so on. Okay. And integer division, I have written 1/2, integer division 0. Na? In Python, integer division it's in problem with 0. So 1 divided by 1 divided by 2, it will give 0. So if I write 5 divided by double slash divided by 2, it will give 2 and 5 percentage 2, it will give 1. So double slash means quotient and percentage size means remainder. Okay. So 1/2 means integer division. It will return the integer part of the division. Number double slash divided by 2, it will return quotient, and number percentage, the value, it will give the remainder. So all these three forms are available in Python. All these things. So I think you can write a very big number, 2L, long number, to the power 100. So you see that how it has given a number in long format with several digits. You can write complex number also with J. So here I written IJ to the power 2. So it has written -1 plus 0J. So this is the number system. You can write integer, float, hexa, octal, complex, integer, float in Python. It is a print. Say I have written I10, D is equal to 3.14. Yes, I am a string. These three variables are there. As I mentioned, Python is dynamic. So I will take 10, D will take a floating number 3.14, that is pi, and yes, I am a string. So how to write it in a format? Well, formatted manner, I have written percentage D matlab means it is a integer. Then /t means it is a tab space. Then %f means floating point number. Then again tab t. Then percentage means string. Then I've written IDF S. So I written 10 with the tab space means 8 character space, 3.141593. Then again 8 character space. 8 means tab /t, the tab of the keyboard. I am a string. So it has written these three variable IDS in a well tabular form. So I think you can feel that, say you are doing some research work and after programming, you want a tabular form of data. So in a loop, say 5 loop. So it will write 5 lines 1 by 1. So in this way, it will write 10, 3.1 for this. Again, in the next line, it will write on the same space. So you can get a very good, well-designed tabular form. New line /n means return. So it will move to the next line of the print. Now it comes again that indentation, just what I tried to show you by switching different schemes and all these things. Now you can see it here. Say I've written friendly is equal to true. I think it is visible now. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Visible.
sir.
So I've written, see, first line friendly true, right? It is a Boolean variable. Then I have written if friendly colon. A colon is important to end a line. What is that if friendly? That means here friendly is true, so it is true. If it is true, then greeting is equal to hello world. If it is not true, then it will write greeting is equal to 12 to the power 2. Print greeting. See, if is a control statement. Greeting is within the block of if, and greeting is equal to 12 to the power 2 is within the block of else. Okay. And print is not within the block of if, so outside the block of if. So it will display, in this particular place, it will display hello world. If I modify that true to false, this false true, if I modify this true to false, then it will print hello world. Okay. So, sorry, it will print 12 to the power 2, 144. Okay. So in this particular case, it will display hello world. But if I modify this with false, say changes to false. Then what will happen? It will display 12 to the power 2, that is 144. So here I think you have got an idea that what is indentation. There is no bracket. This greeting indicates it is under the block of if, and this greeting indicates this greeting, the 12.2 to the power 2, it is under the block of if, and print and friendly are out of the block of if. Here you see that A is equal to whatever, A is equal to 1, 2, 3, right? That means it is a list. It is within a list. List contains 3 variables, 3 items, 1, 2, 3. Then I have written B is equal to A. B is equal to A. This is a common practice in programming that if you want to keep a copy of the variable, we write it A is equal to B, then B is equal to A. So B will store a copy of A, right? Then I have written A dot append 4. So it should append 4 into that list of A, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. But in this particular case, in Python, what will happen? This A append 4 will modify B also. This will modify B also. That's why I've written print B. It has shown 1, 2, 3, 4. So reference semantics. Assignment manipulates reference. So that means here assignment is very, very important. Not just you assign a value to B. Those who are with background of computer, they can understand it easily. When I have written B is equal to A, that means I am not only assigning the value of A into B, I am assigning address of A into B as well. So I'm assigning 2 through into B. One is value, another is address. That's why modifying A is modifying the B also. Okay, very interesting and important feature of Python. Assignment assigns value as well as reference. Another important feature of Python is it is case sensitive. It is case sensitive. So if in the last example I have written, say I have written small a is equal to 2 and I have written capital A is equal to 5. Both are different. Okay. In those who are familiar with basic or HTML, Python, PHP, they know that it is not case sensitive. But here it is case sensitive. So this FOO value is, you can combine and do anything. F capital O, small o, F capital F, then small o, all are different. Okay. So Python is case sensitive language. Now see, just is it visible now? Hello.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
So see, first line I've written hello plus word.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
String is object. String is object. So when I've written hello plus word, it has combined hello and word. So it is concatenation. In this particular case, plus is concatenation, not addition. 5 plus 6, 11. So here we shall see that, say that, okay, this is the concatenation. So this is known as in object-oriented programming operator overloading. If I write 5 plus 3, this is 11. But here hello plus world is giving concatenation of two string into one string. So it is concatenation. Here I have written hello into 3. It has multiplied hello in 3 times. So hello world, hello, 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 3 times. So it is repetition. Here into is repetition. Where into in integer is multiplication. Here hello into 3 is a repetition of hello 3 times. Hello 0 is the first element of hello. So it is giving H, indexing. Hello minus 4. What is minus 4? Minus means from the right. So in hello, minus 1 means last character, 0. Okay. Hello 1 to 4. 1 colon 4 means it is range. So 1 means second. In Python, 0 is first, 1 is second. So in hello, 1 colon 4 means second to third element. 4, no, just 1 colon 4 means less than 1 less than 4. So 1, 2, 3. So hello, first 0 is H, 1 is E, 2 is L, 3 is L. So that's why hello 1 colon 4 will this return E2 ELL. Length of L is 5. Hello less than 0. Because H is less than J, that's why hello less than 0 true. Comparison over. So in this case, comparison. E in hello, search. It is true. Hello E is there in the hello. So it will write true. Okay. So we think that you have got that to what extent you can manipulate string in Python just in the prompt itself. I can show you here. That's I will write it, example. Visible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So now I'm writing hello this one. So just within with Zoom and that in Google Meet, I don't know to what extent I am in position to communicate you. At least you should get an H. Hello, likhe hai. S is hello, no? So I'm writing S into 3. See, S I'm writing S into 30. So it will multiply hello 30 times. Okay. If I write H hello less than hello less than hello, it will return. Sorry. It will return true because hello's only in the spelling only. I have replaced H with J. Now that means hello is less than jello. If I write hello instead of J, I write A. Z, then it is false. So just simply you can compare two stream. Okay, we can compare two stream whether both are correct or wrong. We can just simply writing comparing with like our mathematical symbols. Okay, now we can do one thing. Say for I in print I. What I have written? For I in Ravindranath, print I. See, it will display all the character of Ravindranath one by one. So I is taking one value is 10 from Ravindranath and it is displaying it. Okay. Say I am writing A is equal to A, E, I, O, U. All are vowel, na? Then I am writing for I in Ravindranath. Then if I in A, print I. How many vowels are there in Ravindranath? A, I, A, Ravindranath. So I want to count number of vowel in Ravindranath.
More easy.
Huh? Huh? Those who have an idea in C and Java, you can think that to what extent long code you have to write for it. So I want to know that how many vowels are there in. That's why I repeat, because I know that in this Google Meet, it is very hard to communicate. That's why giving you that idea. This is very simple to design prototype. And those who are teacher there, for them it is a boom. So again, I'm writing this and I'm counting for I in Ravindranath colon if problem is there. A is equal to 0 or I in not if I in A is equal to J plus 1. Print J. For I in if I in A J is equal to J plus. So if I write print J now, 4. So in Ravindranath, there are 4 vowels. Okay. In this way, say for example, a big text is there. Say I am searching Twitter data or Facebook data with Python, and I want to search that on women reservation, how many people, how many word women reservation is there in the Twitter for the last 15 days. So I can just write if I is within that word is equal to women reservation, then count it. So I can see that the last 15 days, the 10,000 or 10 lakh values of women reservation is there in the Twitter. So from there we can gauge the sentiment of the public. Okay, if I search for riot from the Twitter data or Facebook data with Python, so I can think that how many riot or hit speech word is there in the net or not. So in this way we can study the market, particular product, what the popularity particular product, or I want to know we can calculate different type of sentiments using this Python, and very much there that we are using this Python or PHP or R to analyze the sentiment from the web pages. In fact, Python or PHP are very, very strong in string handling. That's why now that digital humanities lab, they are using, the humanities people are using Python very much to analyze their literature. Okay, now I think you have got it, and now I want to move again to, you can again I'm stopping this one. Then again I have to move to So I think you have got an idea that string manipulation for Python is very strong in string manipulation. Here I want to show you, I think it is visible now, not 3 code.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Visible.
3 code, no? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
So S is equal to 3 code, a long string with codes or anything else. Second end of 3 codes. So if it is a multi-line string, that means we can use it with these 3 link codes. So that means we can write the entire poem of Rabindranath within this code with against S. Then we can analyze it with our Python code. Okay. Even we can translate that entire poem of Rabindranath to English and French, and we can process it further. Okay. So within this, you can read it from 5, no doubt. But for experiment purpose, when I'm doing some experiment over it, say to analyze the poem or content of a poem, poetry or sonnet or novel, we can use it within this 3 code and we can process it. Length is 45. So multi-line string means 3 code starting and 3 code ending, and you can write a multi-line code in as a variable in the prompt itself. Now at the beginning I have told you that okay, it is an object-oriented programming. So that means for each object there is some methods, that upper, lower, capitalize, all are methods of string. So with upper, I can modify the lowercase sentence to word to uppercase, uppercase or to lowercase, and capitalize is important. We can change the first character with capital letter. That means I want to write my name with capitalize. Automatically it will convert the first character with a uppercase letter. Count is very important. Say I want full text is there. I want to count a particular character within this. So I can count with count. Say I have written Tagore. How many times Tagore is there? I can count it. Number is there. So I can count number of characters from that. Say I written 5. How many times 5 is there? Say I am having a database of age. So I want 17 age is how many times 17 is there? So I can write count 17. You count that instantly the number of 17, how many times 17 is there. Okay. That means say for mean media mode calculation, we can use the count to calculate that mean media mode, not only in the number as well as in the string also you can use count. Find, we can search a string for a particular character. Okay. Strict, And just see the top, the I have written strip, left strip or strip. That means I'm having one string, but by mistake I've given some space on the left or same space on the right. And then just think the situation. And then I want to capitalize the first character. Then it will not do anything because first space is space. Then I have to write left string, left strip. Then I have to write capitalize. I think you have got the idea now. Why what I have just mentioned, because I am doing something on the without writing on the blackboard. So okay, I am to show you. So just okay, wait a bit, so that at least you can get an idea. I mean, I think you have you got it. Hello.
Yes, sir.
That I have written S is equal to I'm like only your voice. Your, so S is Rabindranath. I have written RA small in lowercase. I have written S is equal to Rabindranath. Then I want to convert it to capitalize it. So I will S dot capitalize. It has converted R to capital R. Now see, if I write this S as space, then Rabindranath, then what will happen if I write it this S? It will not work because it has converted that white space to capital. Okay. The solution is that I have to first write S is equal to L strip. Spelling mistake is there. S-T. Now if I write S, capitalize, that means first I have to remove that white space from the left with L strip. Similarly, if there is some space on the right, I have to strip it, right strip. Then, for example, if that space is there, so if I give a space here and write a length of S, it will give 13. But actually, Rabindranath is 12 characters. So what I have to write? The actual length is 12. So I have to write strip of S, then S dot strip. Well, I think you have got an idea, na? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Say split. Split is very, very important. Say I am having a whole word and I have to check word character by character. Then I can write, say S P is equal to S dot S P A like split. Now see P. So now P is in a P. Previously it was there in a as a string. Now it is within a list bracket. So we have split it in part by part. So if I write P0, P01, R. The first character is R, Rabindranath R. Now I'm not elaborating everything, but I want to communicate to some idea that since you are not having an idea on programming language, so that's why instead of entering into the deep of the programming language, I just want to give what facilities are there, and so that you can think to use this programming language for your research purpose, research work, and develop the code on the. Now, again, I want to stop this one. I want to move to PowerPoint presentation. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Why the pen is not working? List. It then comes list. List is I've mentioned it. List means that square bracket. Then you have to write all the elements separated by comma. So in this particular case, A is a list having 5 elements. If I write print A1, it will print 2 because 0 is 1, 2 is element 2 is first element, second element. 1 is here. How to add an element into a list? We have to use append method. Append method. Method means that variable dot. So first see, here I have written some list, then null symbol, that is just empty square bracket. Okay, empty square bracket. Then I've written some list dot append 4. So it will add the first character as a 4. Then I've written append 12. Then second element will be 12. And then the next I can, if I write that what is the length, print length of some list, it will show 2. first element is 4, that is 0th element is 4, and first element is 1, second element is 12. Now consider this list, first list, A100, second element is book of science, third element is another list, R on rack. Okay, this is the compound list with first element is an integer, second element is a string, and third element is another list. Okay. So if I write A0, it will return 100. If I write A1, it will return book on of science. And if I write A2, it will return R on rack. Okay. Now if I want to modify that 100 to 101, then I have to write A0 is equal to 101 because list is mutable, so it will modify the list. Then A12, that means is a range, A1 colon 2. Then range means the upper bound, I have to consider 1 less. So that means practically it is 1 to 1. I got the point. If I read 1 colon 5, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, not the 5. If I read 1 colon 10, that means 1 to 9, not the 10th. So here I have written 1 colon 2. So practically it is 1 to 1. That's why it will display A1 colon 2 book of science. Book of science. Tell 1 colon tail A minus 1. So it will display 1 minus 1 means first from the last. Minus 1 means first from the last. So tail 1 A minus 1 means it will delete the R on rack. It will delete. Minus 1 means first from last. So first from last is R on rack. It will delete R on rack. So remaining will be, so A will get only 100 and books of science. And A dot append, I have again written R on rack. That means again I have added R on rack into the list. So tail minus 1 has deleted the last element. Append R on rack again added it into the list. So again, if I write A, it will display 101 because I have written A0 is equal to 101. So instead of 100, it will display 101. Book of science R on rack. So I think you have got the idea that list. First, I have written a complex compound. This one list. First one is integer. Second one is string. Third one is again another list. I modified the first element with A0 101. So it replaced that 100 by 101. Then I have deleted the last element by writing del A minus 1. Then again I have appended the last element R on rack and displayed it. So it is displaying 101 books on sign and R on rack. So one thing we have learned here, two things, del and append. So del deleted the element without returning the element, but as a byproduct, it returns the remaining list. Okay. Why I'm telling all these things? Because there is a function pop. Pop returns the element. So if I read pop A minus 1, it will return R on rack. Okay. So the difference between del and pop is that del returns the rest of the list. Pop returns the element which it has deleted. Append adds the element on the right of a list. If I write A dot insert, then it will add the element at the first location of the list. And write it, that is the point now. See. See, I am again at A is equal to 100, comma, book of science, are on so A is a list of list. A is list of list. Now I want to show you that. So I'm writing in A minus 1. So if you write A, the first two elements are there, rest I've deleted it, right? Okay. Now again, if I write A dot append are on rack, then again I have added it at the end. Now if I write pop A minus 1, see, when I have written A dot pop, when I have written del minus 1, it has returned the rest of the list. When I have written A dot pop, it has returned the popped element as well as the modified list. Okay, so it has returned both. I don't know whether you are getting the point or not. No question, no nothing. So how can I communicate you? Hello.
Sir, that is that is appending means addition. So far, my your perception from your
Append
means
means is adding at the end.
addition, and when you are putting the A point minus 1, so that is removal of some phrase or some your command.
Minus 1 means in index in Python, indexing starts from positive, that means 0 to
0 to
length of the string or anything.
string
from
or
left
anything.
to right.
Okay, okay,
And
sir.
minus means right to left.
Okay,
So
sir.
for
Okay,
example, oh, I should show you one thing that is very important. Interesting, important, you can say interesting. That is, this one is that they say I am written S is equal to Rabindranath. Where is it? Okay, that A is there. That you are. Where is A? A is equal to, I'm writing 0, 3, 5, 7, 3, 2. Okay, this is the list.
okay, okay, sir.
Double quote I written. Whether all are clear or not. So if I write A 0, it will return first. A 3, it will return fourth element.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Okay.
Now see, if I write A minus 1, it will be last element.
Okay, sir.
If I write A minus 2, it is the second element from the last.
Second element from the last. Oh, starting from
Minus
negative means it will start from last.
last. A minus 3. If I
It
write
is
A
6.
1 colon 6, 5, say, so 5 means first, 1 means 2, second. From second
Yes.
element to 1 less than 5.
Okay, sir. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hmm.
It
1,
will
2, 3,
return
4.
1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 2.
3, 5,
4,
4
2.
and yes.
Okay. Now I can do in other way also. If I write it here in this way, minus 1 minus 5 minus 1. See,
Okay.
starting from minus 5 means
Minus 5 means 3.
minus 3. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 3.
3.
3, 2,
Minus 1 means
reverse.
again 3.
And this negative reversing is a very interesting use. Say I am writing A colon minus 1.
Okay.
What will happen, you know? It will reverse the string.
Okay, sir.
Just simply. So say I want to check whether palindrome or not. A word is a palindrome or not. I think you know the palindrome means in reverse way, that is
Reverse way.
that both are Malayalam is a palindrome. Okay. So now see, A is equal to Rabindranath. Consider Rabindranath. Now if I write A colon minus 1, it has reversed it.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So if I
Yes,
write,
clear.
just if you think that in Java or C, I want to write a code on to check palindrome. Okay, I am doing work on Shivram Chakravarti book. Then there is pan of word. Panning is common in his story. So I want to check how many palindrome is there or not. So we can check it very easily in single line code. What I have to write, if A is equal to colon minus 1, print A is a palindrome. That's all. 2-line code. 1 line. Practical is 1 line.
Okay, sir.
Have you got the strength of this Python?
Yes, sir.
Just
Only
single line code, you
Mhm.
can check a very important thing, whether it's palindrome or not.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So this indexing, this is known as slicing in Python, and in our language, this colon structure is known as slicing of an array or a string.
Okay, sir.
And this helps to manipulate the word in different dimensions. Is it visible now?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
I think it is visible.
Yes, yes.
Okay, now come list. Like string, list is having also different type of function methods. Just now I have mentioned pop. Pop is there to retrieve the element from the end and returns the, so pop returns two things, that the first is element as well as the rest of the list. Insert, what is the difference between append and insert? Append and added and adds at the list end, insert adds in the first position. Okay. Reverse, though that colon -1 of function is there, but reverse function is there to reverse a list or string. Sort is there to sort the list. Now come dictionary. No, I want to discuss it from other. Is it visible? Hello?
No, sir.
Set not visible.
Not visible.
Now,
Yes, sir.
set. Another data type of Python is set. Okay. Set is also immutable. That means you cannot change it after declaring it. And another very interesting property of set, set means mathematics set. That means you can perform intersection, then union, then exclusive or then not. Each and every operation which are permissible in set is also applicable in this particular set data type. The most important thing of set is that it contains only unique elements. That means you say you are having a data set for statistical analysis and hundreds of data are there. You want only all the elements without any repetition. Just assign these values to set, automatically set will eliminate all the duplicate elements. Have you got the point?
Yes, sir.
In other language, it is a tedious job. If you want to remove all the duplicated elements, it is a tedious job to remove all the duplicated. In fact, if too much duplicate elements are there, you cannot perform true sense frequency and analysis also. Okay. Mode analysis, frequency analysis. So you may need some type of unique elements. So by default, set removes all the duplicate elements. Okay. That means, say if I assign a text whole novel into a set, then what will happen? It will remove all the is, are, in, all these things. It will keep only one is, one are, one a, one I, all this. It will remove all the preposition, all the of, the. It will remove automatically. You can remove all these things. Then you can analyze the text for literature, that research work, researcher, those who are modern day digital humanities subject is there, they can perform all types of other types of analysis into it. So one of the main property of set is that it eliminates all the unique elements, duplicate elements. So see, here I have written string is equal to set, then within code a chunk of character. Okay. I think it is visible now. Hello.
Yes, it is visible, sir.
So when I have written string str, see, from this D, F, W, E, Q, S, A, T, D, A, S, D, F, S, F, it has taken only one element. So all unique elements are there, S, Q, U, F, D, W, D, A. So automatically it has removed all the duplicate character. It has kept only the unique element. Then next I have written X is equal to set of 1, 4, 2, 3, all these elements there, and Y is equal to set of this. So automatically it will remove all the duplicate elements and keep only the unique elements. So then I have performed set operation X minus Y. So it has given only 2. From these two string of number, only one element is there common in both the string, that is 2. Because X minus Y means set minus, that means from X it is eliminating all Y. Sorry, so 2 is only one element which is unique in X. It is removed by Y. Okay, X minus Y. That means this Y, I have subtracted all the elements of Y from X. Only one element is there, that is 2. Then I have written AND, that is intersection, common elements. What are the common elements? 7, 3, 5, 1, 6, 8, 4. There is a common element of X and Y. Then I have exclusive OR, that is in either X or Y exclusive OR, that is only 2. And union means it will add all the unique elements from the 2 sets. So all the unique element of 2 sets are 8, 3, 7, 5, 1, 6, 2, 4. Okay. So this is a set structure. So I mentioned list, I mentioned tuple, then set. Now I want to discuss dictionary. Dictionary is a data structure with key value pair, like dictionary of our usual dictionary. What is dictionary? Dictionary is a key value pair. One keyword is there, and for against each keyword, the dictionary contains several information of that word. Like similarly in dictionary, we have to visit key value pair of data structure. I think it will be clear from the. See, here I have written a dictionary, poets. Poets. The first word is key, that is the name of the poet, Milton, and second one is his date of birth. So 1608. Then second one is Tagore, his date of birth is 1861. Then Veteran, date of birth 1788. Neruda, date of birth 1904. It's date of birth 1795, and age is date of birth is 1865. So this is the structure of a dictionary. I think it's visible now. So this is the structure, not like those who are having idea on other programming language can see that you can write down entire thing in a command line with so many information. Okay. Now, if I write list of words, it will display all the keywords. List of words means all the keywords. If I write words, then keys, then also it will display all the name of the words. And value is the date of birth. So if I write value, so if I want to add another word into this list, then I can add it by words, then within quote, the keyword Tennyson, then his date of birth, 1809. So this will add, like in list, I have written a dot append here, just I'm writing it with the keyword. So this will add this Tennyson at the end. Okay. So this is the dictionary, the keyword dictionary. It contains not only the value, but also its key, so that we can search it. We know that what is the date of birth of Tagore is 1869. If we sort that dictionary, it will sort the dictionary on the basis of keys. So in this case, if you short word, it will give Breton, Keats, Milton, Neruda, Tagore, and so on. If I short it on the basis of keys, then also it will give the same result. And if I short it on the basis of values, it will display 1608, then
Increasing order.
1788, then 1795, 1861, 1865, and 1904, the date of birth of Neruda. Similar, same to that list, I can write Keats in poets, it will give 2. So for example, it's not possible to get it from here. See, hello. I have written here dictionary key, Tagore. I'm written E. I've defined a dictionary D, Tagore, date of birth, and Milton, some date of birth. Then I've written for I in D. That means like for loop. Those who are having idea in other programming language, here for loop is more versatile than any other language. So I've written for I in D. D is in dictionary. It will search I in that dictionary and it will print the value of the first value of the key and second value of the that key value. It will so if I am having a dictionary of 10,000 letter or 10 lakh word, it can just simply I can for I in that dictionary and will search each and character one by one. And within the loop, I can put several constraint, condition, everything as per my requirement, and I can process that data for my own purpose. I think you have got that feeling at least. Okay, this dictionary is some complex concept, and those who are not having any idea on programming language may find it difficult. But here I want to communicate with this Google Meet that at least so that you can get an idea that it is a versatile language and you can use it in your research purpose. So second, I want to stop this one. Where it has gone. Is anything visible?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Which one
Dictionary.
is visible?
Dictionaries. Curly brackets.
Huh?
The PPT.
Dictionary curly bracket is visible, na? But it's not visible to me. So I think I got this. So dictionary, how to write dictionary with curly brackets, right? And it is a key value pair. Here I have written A is equal to name curly, age 43, hair black, height 5.3, and gender male. Okay. That means you can think anything as per your requirement that how I can create a dictionary. Here just it is a dictionary to mention the characteristics of a particular person. His name, his age, his hair color, his height, and his gender. Similarly, you can do anything. Okay. Now you will say that why to store in dictionary? I can store it in Excel format. I can see, right? But for in Excel, if you can write one column for name, one for age, one for hair, one for height, one for gender, but you can't process it. You can see it on. But if you want to process that value, that record for different purpose, then you have to store it in dictionary. What I suggest you, store it in an Excel. Okay, whatever may be your research data, store it in Excel in a very well designed format with proper heading. Then from the Python, you read that Excel file. This is common practice. I do it frequently. Store it in an Excel file with proper heading. Then write a Python code, read that Excel sheet with this heading and create a dictionary. So your data is in Excel. You have transported it into Excel. Then you process as per your requirement. Okay, you want to design a frequency graph as per age or hair color or something. Say here you have written some psychological parameters also. IQ and all these things. You can analyze it and you can draw different type of bar graph, pie graph, that means log graph, everything with this data. A common practice that store it in Excel or in a database, call it with Python into your code and draw the graph and present in your research paper. These are the like list and you can say that list and list string. This has also different methods like keys, values, items, clear, copy, get, update, pop item. So with this, we can modify or we can manage our dictionary. Or so item means, say I have one example is there. It's not there. I think it was there. With items, we can go through each item of the dictionary and we can read and display that content into the screen and do our job. Tuple already I have mentioned. No, next. Now it is 4:30, I think, no? Hello.
Yes, sir. It is
Yes, sir,
4:35
yes.
now.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So with a break of half an hour, I will start it on the 5. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
But please participate because instead of I can complete it, but just I want interaction from with you. I want
Okay.
interaction because I can't write it on the blackboard, but I can say something. No?
Yes, sir.
So at least maybe very silly question. You are not interested, but let me know that. Okay.
Okay,
I know
sir.
that to
Okay,
what extent. That means okay. With my experience, I know that okay. I have some expertise over it, but
Sir,
you don't have.
sir, you have told the version of Python that was probably 3.11.3 like that. So please tell us which version of Python we should
That I mentioned the
first
first
slide
itself.
probably.
That
Uh,
depends upon that. If you want to say you want to learn Python, that means you have to collect a book
Yes.
or you have to download from something from the net.
Mhm.
Okay, there you have to check that what is the version there.
Okay, sir.
Then you have to download that from that version into your machine. First
Okay.
thing. Second thing, that's the second one is my suggestion. Second thing, first search the net, mark a particular tutorial, and
Okay.
download it or mark it.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Don't touch more than one or two. Then what will be the problem? One slide will be one tutorial will be in one version, another version, another version, and you'll
Okay.
find that it is working here, it is not working here. You will waste your time,
Okay, sir. Okay.
and you get puzzled. So fix a book or a tutorial
Mhm.
and follow it strictly till you get the expertise over it. Then you can do anything.
Okay.